Yeah, so anyways, that was a massive pain in my ass. That was just the highlight of how hard the semester has been, not just on the school level, but the personal levels. When my girlfriend texted me basically in the middle of my Dead Island playthrough with Brandon to tell me that, you know, basically she was feeling like she didn't want to be with me anymore after we'd been together for almost 4 years. And that, needless to say, you know, dealt me a pretty big blow, considering that, what the hell? Does this not go in here? It's got to. Yeah, it does. Okay. Anyway, considering that, you know, I never thought obviously that would happen, especially not out of the blue, and it's kind of creepy in a way, because like I said, she texted me in the middle of my playthrough of Dead Island, so you can actually go on my Dead Island playthrough, the last part, which surprisingly I haven't uploaded yet. There was a couple of parts of that playthrough I never actually uploaded, and that's one of the parts. But anyway, it will be up when I continue my playthrough later this year, and you can actually go to that part, and I'm actually playing with Brandon. It's kind of a short part, and I tell him, hey listen, I've got to go, my mom is calling me or something like that. Or I tell him, I told him something, some reason why I had to stop playing, and it's creepy because that's what it was. It was her texting me, telling me how, you know, she was feeling or whatever, and yeah, so pretty creepy. You know, that happened in the middle of a playthrough, but yeah, that was, needless to say, was rough. And you know, that was just at the beginning of the semester. Then I had to deal with, you know, awful teachers, classes that were kicking my ass, you know, stuff that, you know, struggling in school like I had never struggled before, because I mean, I've always been, you know, in high school and everything, I kind of did the minimum work, you know, and still got A's, sometimes got B's. I got 1 C in high school in math, because I suck at math, and again, we had awful teachers in high school for math, so I don't know if I've ever really had a good math teacher, to be completely honest with you, but then, you know, even last year, both semesters of my freshman year here, you know, I had to study a little bit harder, like for stuff like chemistry and stuff, general chemistry, but it didn't give me any much problems, and I always had my 4.0, and then this semester happened, and, you know, I had to take organic chemistry and Calc 2, and I had pretty bad teachers, you know, and professors for both, and, you know, so it was rough, and I was struggling with that, as well as struggling with the potential of my 4-year relationship being over all of a sudden. And for me, it was, you know, obviously it was a battle, it was a struggle every day at the beginning of the semester to just get up, because, you know, it was like, why, you know, why get up and have to go face, you know, these stupidly hard classes that I don't understand what's going on, you know, as well as dealing with the fact that, you know, my girlfriend could be leaving me. You know, it was a struggle, and obviously I just couldn't do the channel while I was dealing with that, because, you know, to do the channel, it requires, you know, a certain sense of want to, you know, sit down there and film, and it takes effort to do the commentary. Obviously, I try to be funny when I do it, that's what makes it entertaining, and so, obviously, if I'm feeling like the world is shitting on me, I'm obviously not going to want to, you know, do the channel, and I just couldn't do it. You know, I didn't have the, I barely had enough drive and emotion to, you know, to do school and do my daily, life, you know what I mean, let alone try to tackle the channel at the same time. And so I had to put it on leave for a couple of weeks, and, you know, some people got upset with me, and that I had to do that. People didn't understand, but, you know, it's one of those things where my personal life obviously takes precedence over this channel. I mean, I enjoy doing it, but at the end of the day, it's a hobby, you know what I mean? And so, if life gets in the way, then life gets in the way, you know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about that, but, luckily, I'm not gonna lie, it was probably the worst, roughest time I've had in my life. And, you know, I'm not gonna go on a whole sorrowful me, you know, rant here, but there's been a lot of points in my life that were really rough, because I was growing up, you know, in elementary school and everything. I was the one that always got made fun of and all this other stuff. And my point is not to give you a sad sap story. That's not my point. The point is that I read through some rough stuff, you know, because obviously in elementary school I was the one that was always nerdy, unathletic, weird looking, you know, was the one that had this, you know, chest thing, and I got made fun of a lot for that. And it was rough for me growing up, and, you know, there was a lot of rough spots for me in my life, but that one, just a couple of months ago, really overall kind of took the cake, you know, and I think you can understand, because when I met my girlfriend, whose name was Ashley, back 4 years ago, in 2007, when I was 14 years old, no, I'm sorry, 15, I was 15, she really kind of plucked me out of a really bad situation, because like I said, I was not really enjoying much. In fact, this is a picture she just gave me of us at the LSU game, the last LSU home game against Arkansas. It's a pretty cool picture because we're here, and then obviously you can see the whole crowd in the back. So yeah, as you can see, everything is okay now, but yeah, so that really did a number on me, for obvious reasons. And like I said, you know, I had kind of been made fun of my whole life, and really never thought, I was the last person who thought I was ever going to get a girlfriend, you know what I mean? Because growing up, girls obviously didn't want anything to do with me, except to make fun of me. So I never thought that I was going to actually get a girlfriend. So when I did, it was kind of an earth-shattering event. And obviously, we kind of, in a sense, grew up together, and you know, found our way through high school together, now we're in college, and so obviously, she meant a great deal to me, still obviously means a great deal to me, and I love her very much. And so for her to, you know, kind of come out of the blue and say some of the things that she did was really kind of a big shock. But you know, it was what it was, and it was difficult, but I managed it. I pulled through. Even school, you know, I have one exam tomorrow, which I've tried to study for today, but I'm not feeling it. You know, but I actually have some organic chemistry tests here, and I kind of want to show you guys a little bit of, you know, some of the things that, you know, I'll block out the full name here, but some of the things that we kind of had to do for organic chemistry. When you see pages like this, you know what I mean, and then you've got pages, you got things that you've got to draw out, you know, like this and stuff like that. When I first, you know, looked at some of this stuff, I obviously didn't know what was going on. It's like a different language to me, but, you know, I managed to pull it through. And actually, in my calculus class was one of 17 people who actually stayed in the course because there were 42 people at the beginning of the semester, and because the first test rates everyone so hard, pretty much everyone failed it. I got like a 54% on it. By the drop date, all but 17 people out of the original 42 had dropped, including my friend Chris, and I was one of the ones that stayed in, trying to get a C, which is passing for my major, and I think I did that. In fact, I know I did that. There's an very outside chance I might have even brought it up to a B. I don't think I did that. I'll find out when he posts my exam score, but yeah, so I fought through a lot of difficult things in my life, and this was another thing that I fought through, and luckily things eventually worked out, in my favor, I think. With my girlfriend and I working things out, and with, school kind of ending up okay, and I'm just looking at all my 360 games, but anyway, yeah, so I fought through it, and the channel's kind of been through a lot with the shutting down, and then the ads that I had on the videos for a short amount of time, and now I'm just not getting the ads anymore, because, I don't know, Google decided to screw me over. So it was kind of through a lot, and now the fact that I'm in this crunch where it's like I have to finish all these games before the end of the year, it's kind of a mess, but the channel is still alive and going, and I'm feeling good about where I am right now with it, and I'm going to feel a lot better, actually, I think, once I'm able to actually complete all these games that I want to get done. I'm going to feel good about it. So that's the deal with that. But it's been kind of a crazy year. It really has. I will say the one thing, obviously, that went for us this semester that was fun, it was great, is LSU's football team. Obviously, just winning the SEC championship over the weekend, now going to the national championship, and being able to actually be at all those home games for me was something pretty special. And actually tomorrow, it opens up to put in bids to get tickets to the national championship, which I'm actually going to try to be doing. That wasn't even proper English. Something I'm going to try to do is to get the tickets. I'm going to put in for them and see what happens. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with all of my books and my notebooks and stuff. I don't want to bring all that stuff home because I need it for next semester. But anyway, I'll be back.